third second chance. You take my breath and I can't get it back. Might be time for me to face the facts. The best me is with you, but I know I got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through a little rust. They like to say we're just young, but I know we won't give this up. Sometimes I lose my mind, and some days it's hard to find the reason why you stay by my side. You and I break our hearts open in half just to see if we'll put them back. No matter what they try, I'll stay by your side. It's you and I.
Hello, am I here? Hello, hello, hello. Am I here? Am I here? Am I here? Trying this again. Fingers crossed. I hope I'm here. Hello, hello, Georgie. I am so sorry. Well, I didn't do a 30-minute notification on this one. So you do hear, hey, Tebow. It's so good to see you. Where you been, my friend? I've missed you. I've been meaning to text you, and I apologize for that. Hey, Cree. It's so good to see you, Tebow. I hope you're doing well. Now, I made some adjustments. I noticed in my last stream that I was really quiet, and so I bumped it up. What seems to me is a lot, so if this is too loud, let me know. Hey, Lauren Marie. I know, take two. I'm so sorry. I was so frustrated too. Um, hey, Kirsten. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. This entire stream tonight was completely just, I don't want to say out of the blue, because obviously I had pondered doing this stream for some time, but it's allegedly. Hey, I'm so glad to see you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and I haven't been on Twitter, but I was actually thinking about you when I scheduled this. Came running immediately. You love your... Oh, thank you. You know you're always welcome up here. Yeah, oh, shoot. You know what? I need to remove that first one, because that one was a total complete mess. And you know what's so bad is that before I went live with that first one, I was so hyped. I was listening to Juicy by Biggie, and I was so pumped, and I was like all amped up. And then that happened, and I was like, motherfucker. Go figure. Just what I needed. But it's okay. We'll work with it. So I tried, hey, Pippi. I'm just going to delete that one from earlier, because that was a mess. And I've already scheduled the stream for tomorrow. So actually, you know what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to schedule the redirect for that, so it'll automatically take you there after the stream. But that is good. But anyways, yeah, I was so hyped. I was listening to some Biggie, and I was all jazzed and ready to go. And then, as luck would have it, I moved I have the Elgato low profile, um, boom arm, and so I moved it this weekend, and I hit it, and go figure, I just completely knocked the thing, but sounds like something I would do. Hey, Faulty. So this live, I know it's really late, but I, um, I apologize for that, and this is gonna end up being a multi-part stream. Georgie, by the way, I do have, the elephant open for you if you want. Um, because this file is 358 pages, and a lot of it is not articles, believe it or not. And I didn't go through much of it, but there is a lot of interesting stuff in it that I've seen so far. And it's a lot of it's about Diddy's, or not Diddy, um, Biggie's murder. So, I'm curious because there's a lot of references because he was with Bad Boy Records, um, with all the Diddy stuff that's been coming out. What connections or what pieces of the puzzle may come out just by going through this simple file? Now, the FBI investigated a civil rights violation is where they came into play, but hey, Margene, good to see you. It's really good to see you. They investigated a civil rights violations. But when I'm looking over the beginning of this file, a lot of it is in regards to and finding informants who are willing to speak on the murder of Biggie. So I found that interesting. So we are going to go through that. Now, this file, um, they closed the file in 2005 is when they closed this file out. And so it starts from 1997, although the file begins in 2002. And the nice thing about it is towards the pretty close to the beginning, they go through a chronological order of kind of the rap game, and it goes all the way back to the early 1990s. And so really get a good picture of what's kind of happened through the rap industry and the players, which I think is going to be kind of cool. So um, I think this will be interesting. So I don't know how much we'll get through tonight, but I hope that this will be, if you've already seen this file, hopefully you learn something you missed the first time, or if this is something new to you, maybe you can help put some pieces of the puzzle together, or, you know, pick up something related to the lawsuits that we're covering present day with regards to Diddy or any of the allegations that have come out about him. So we'll just see how it goes. So as long as you guys hear me okay and everything, we can go ahead and just jump right into it. I don't know how long this is going to take to go through. Some of the pages only have a few short blips on them, and so those will go pretty quickly. There's only just a few articles. That's it through this whole file. There's redactions throughout the whole thing, obviously, and we may be able to guess who some of those are. Obviously, a lot of these detectives and investigators, we're not going to be able to know who they are. But some of the informants, I don't know, maybe we'll get a better idea of who they are. I know that his former bodyguard Gene Deal has been speaking out a lot about this. And if you've been listening to him at all, we may be able to put some pieces together that way as well. So um, I guess we'll just proceed. And as long as you guys, this one is extremely interesting to me, and I don't know how many parts it's going to take, but we're going to get through it and we're going to finish it. So um, if you're along for the ride, I look forward to having you here. So let me share my screen. And I apologize if as always, if I have to pause real quick for my partner in crime, Kuma, who you see on the screen. Okay, this is the first page. And I don't have anything highlighted in this file, and most of it, like 95% of it is going to be new to me. So let's see, do I miss anything in chat? Love a multi-part adventure. I don't mind them. I like them. December 16th. Now, he was murdered on, what was it? March. Oh boy, it was. So he was born May 21st, 1972, and he was murdered on March 9th, 1997. It's crazy it's been that long. It's wild. 1997. I was, what was I doing in 97? I think I was going into middle school. I think. Okay, but Margine says this rabbit hole goes so deep. I was pregnant with my daughter. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the what is that? Hold on, I gotta take it off my screen. It's the Mob Piru Blood Gang. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but I'm not familiar with them. But I'd be curious if there's an FBI file on them. But I'm not familiar with that gang. So I will never forget. I was fresh out of high school. I actually cried. I was 13 in 97. She was 27 now. Yeah, it's crazy how, and he was in his young 20s. Okay, here we go. So this is to Los Angeles from Los Angeles. It says, let me scroll up. This is Los Angeles Police Department, Christopher Wallace, murder victim, aka Notorious B.I.G. And then that's where it says civil rights violations. But then, as you'll see in the file, there's a lot of talk about the actual murder itself. So it's kind of interesting. I haven't read the file, so I'm not quite sure where the civil rights violation comes in. But it says request. Oops, maybe I went up too far. Let me move this. Let me see if I can zoom it in like I did the other night. Maybe this is better for you guys. That's probably better. Okay. Request that caption matter be opened as a full field investigation and be assigned a Los Angeles case file number. It is requested Special Agent blank be assigned case agent. Details on March 9th, 1997, Christopher Wallace, aka Notorious B.I.G., was murdered as he left the Peterson Automotive Museum in Los Angeles. After attending a post-music awards ceremony, Wallace was in the middle car of a 3-car caravan when a dark Chevy SS Impala pulled next to him and fired several times into the passenger area where Wallace was sitting. Wallace died minutes later at a local hospital. I think he went to Cedar Sinai Hospital. Several sources have identified the shooter as a light skinned black male wearing a suit and bow tie. And then there's several redactions there. Has been identified by several sources as being the trigger man. It has also been noted by several sources that blank other LAPD officers attended this party and were seen with just prior to the shooting. Blank is a registered owner of a 1995 black SS Impala with chrome wheels, the exact description given as being driven by Wallace's shooter. Hey, PMR. Good to see you. Okay. I always feel bad I'm going to make you guys dizzy, but I also want to make it so you guys can read it okay. Okay, sources have stated other LAPD officers were present and seen talking on cell phones when Wallace was leaving the party and entering his car. Blank have identified as confronting Wallace's caravan just prior to his shooting. It alleged the same tactics caravan just prior to, it alleged the same tactics something were used to pull off the Wallace murder. Because of the professional manner in which the Wallace murder took place, it is alleged that not only could one gang member, uh, Mob Piru Blood, I need to figure out how to pronounce that P word, not pull this off, but it would have taken a large contingency of people slash officers. After a search warrant was served at blank residence, blank, it was discovered in his garage he had a shrine of Tupac Shakur and numerous 9mm guns and ammunition, LAPD radios, scanners, and other tactical items. Note, a 9mm gun was used to kill Wallace, with very rare Gecko 9mm ammunition. Tupac was killed in Las Vegas in September 1996, 6 months prior to Wallace being shot. It is alleged that the Wallace murder was in retaliation to the Tupac murder. Tupac worked for Death Row Records at the time he was shot, West Coast, while Wallace worked for Bad Boy Records, East Coast. Wait, what, babe? Why are you giving me a thumbs up? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't know what you were doing. Sorry, guys. Let me scroll up. He was just checking to make sure I got it all fixed. Let's see. Tupac worked for Death Row Records at the time he was shot, West Coast, while Wallace worked for Bad Boy Records, East Coast. Both were worth millions, and there was a rivalry going on between East Coast rap versus West Coast rap. LAPD officer blank and other alleged LAPD officers were Mob Piru Blood Gang members that worked with and affiliated with Death Row Records. When Tupac was killed, it is alleged by many that Wallace was killed in retaliation and that this was orchestrated by Blank, his good friend, and other LAPD officers that Blank associated with. Okay, I'm curious what name that is. That is redacted out. Hey, don't say much. Welcome back. So sorry, I dipped out so quick on the last one. His good friend Blank. I'm really curious who that is because that's a short name. I'm not going to let my mind go wild here. Try not to. I should remember this, but I don't remember what PMR? The Diddy stuff? Or, oh my God, I keep calling it Diddy stuff. The Biggie stuff. If anybody knows how to pronounce this blood gang here, I'm so stupid. I don't even know how to pronounce that. And if it involves rolling your tongue, well, then I'm fucked. Okay, let's see. LAPD subsequently opened up a homicide case after the Wallace murder and has not been able to locate or solve the murder. Sources within the LAPD stated blank thwarted the murder investigation when blank and other LAPD officers began to show up as potentially being involved. Subsequently, a federal civil lawsuit was filed charging police negligence and cover up in the murder of Christopher Wallace. Oh, okay. This is where the civil rights comes in. SA, so Special Agent Blank, met with Blank's attorney, who stated they will make a copy and provide their entire federal civil case. Blank, the LAPD, has also been briefed on caption case and has stated he will have robbery homicide LAPD, who has been investigating caption case, provide their case file as well. Did Faith Evans file a civil lawsuit? Does anybody remember? I wonder if she filed a civil lawsuit. Okay, so we got numerous sources have stated they will cooperate with the FBI and attempt to determine what role LAPD officers played. You know, now that I think about this, Gene Deal had said that there was an ambulance right around the corner from where he was shot, right? But dispatch called for an ambulance that was off location, so they weren't near where the shooting happened. And he's always said he's tried to get answers on why dispatch were why they sent an ambulance from a distance rather than the one that was around the corner. And it's his belief that Biggie would have survived had they had just dispatched the ambulance that was just right around the corner. And I feel like maybe he's onto something when going through this file. So, let's see. Okay. Excuse me. Numerous sources have stated they will cooperate with the FBI in attempts to determine what role LAPD officers played in the murder of Wallace. One source has stated, and the rest of that page is blank, so I'm going to, whoop, that's way too big. Let's see. Title and character of case, property acquired. This really doesn't say much of anything. Go to the next one. It was allegedly orchestrated by Suge Knight. Yeah, he's in prison. I wonder what's going to come out with the Tupac trial. If anything about Biggie's case or his murder will come out. This is the same type of stuff. That's in 2003. I'm curious because this is like a property. They took evidence. So here they have disc 4 from a source, but it's redacted what they took. Here's disc 3. Disc 2. Disc 1. Wait, okay. This is November 7th, 2002. The following is a synopsis. Hey, William. The following is a synopsis regarding the murder of Christopher Wallace, aka, oh, wait, I can make it bigger. Sorry, guys. There we go. Faulty, will you let me know, or someone, Faulty or Georgie, text me if my audio starts breaking up or if I'm too loud or anything like that, just so that way, if I'm not looking at chat, I would hate if I'm like screaming in your guys' ears or if you can't hear me at all. Please. The following is a synopsis regarding the murder of Christopher Wallace, aka Notorious B.I.G., Biggie Smalls, that occurred on March 9th, 1997 in Los Angeles, California. At the time of his murder, Biggie was the #1 rap artist for Bad Boy Records, based in New York. Tupac Shakur was shot and killed in Las Vegas, Nevada, in September 1996, 6 months prior to Biggie being killed. Tupac was the #1 rap artist for Death Row Records, which is based in Compton, California. Death Row blank, Bad Boy blank. There was an ongoing rivalry between East Coast rap versus West Coast rap that escalated as Tupac, West Coast, was killed and that Biggie, East Coast, was killed in retaliation. Neither murder has been solved. Tupac and Biggie became friends as they both began rapping on the East Coast, with Biggie opening up gigs for Tupac. Tupac was signed by Bad Boy Records, um, blank. I feel like they're hiding a lot of Diddy stuff here. As Tupac got in trouble, including being shot at and convicted for rape, among other things, he ended up spending time in jail. During this time, Biggie's rap career began to flourish. Because of Tupac's bad reputation, Blank distanced himself from Tupac and in wait, what? And stepped Blank Death Row Records. Blank flew out to New York, bailed Tupac out of jail, and signed him to Death Row West Coast, where he made millions blank at this time. Biggie was being named Rapper of the Year and making millions for Bad Boy East Coast. The following is a short chronology of events that led up to the shooting death of Tupac and the retaliation of Biggie, where allegedly LAPD officers were involved. Hasn't the Tupac been solved? Didn't someone confess to it in the 2010s? Well, in 2010? Well, Keith D, he hasn't gone to trial yet, but did someone confess in 2010? Keith D, he has he's got trial. I don't know when his trial date is though. And that comes like he was the moron that wrote a book on it. Hey, ambulance girl, good to see you. I'll have to look on when his trial is. I bet ambulance girl, she might know because she's over there. Because I told her I'm going to come stay with her when the trial happens. I thought about getting his book just so I could read it, but I don't know that I want to put money in his pocket. If it even goes to him, because he's in jail. So here's where they start the timeline. He is the one that confessed yeah, but if he had confessed in 2009, 2010, then why wouldn't he have been arrested at the time for his murder? You know? If it was that easy. Because they've been trying to chase Tupac's murder for decades. Okay, September, unless I'm missing something. Let's see. September 1993. See if it's available digitally from the library, maybe? Yeah, I could try to do that. Hey, Maria. It said they couldn't use the info from his. Oh, that's weird. Unless it was hearsay or something. Huh. I'll have to look into that. I'm not sure. Because it's all unclear to me. But I'll keep going. September 1993, blank, a death row artist was charged along with two other death row employees in the murder of a gang member in Los Angeles. Forensic and ballistic evidence crucial to the case and the possession of the LAPD Pacific Division became missing. What? What the fuck? At the time the evidence became missing, LAPD officer Kevin Gaines was living with blank, was producing blank, a major part of death row. Blank was subsequently acquitted. Note, Kevin Gaines was shot and killed blank on March 18, 1997. As Gaines, while off duty, brandished a gun and blood gang member signs blank while blank was at a stoplight. Blank did not know Gaines was a LAPD officer, shot Gaines twice, killing him before Gaines was able to pull his trigger. Blank was subsequently cleared of all misconduct. Gaines was an admitted blood gang member. And what the hell? Wait a minute. What? And blank had an active role in death row activities. What in the what the hell? This police Wait a minute. This police officer? Hold on. LAPD officer Kevin Gaines. What in the hell is happening here? This okay. Yeah, I totally skipped all over all of this. This is some twisted shit. Did you guys know this? I mean, this was in 93, but what a labyrinth of fuckery. Well, you know everything when it comes to this rap genre of stuff. Man, it's a corrupt officer. Clearly. Hold on. Oh, sorry, dog. Hold on. I just got to pop up for my head up for a second. I can hear a TV out in the living room and it's driving me absolutely crazy. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. It is not. It is my husband in the theater. And he, for some reason, is really fucking loud. Okay. Let's see. That, I guess I didn't realize that it was this bad. I mean, it's no surprise, but Lord. Sorry for the, oh, I totally missed the opportunity to play a soundbite too. Okay. Let's see. October 1st, 1991, or I'm sorry, 1993, Tupac was arrested for allegedly shooting an off-duty Atlanta police officer. Charges were subsequently dropped. November 1st, 1994, Tupac was shot 5 times during a robbery in the lobby of Quad Recording Studio in Times Square, New York. Biggie and members of his entourage were inside the same studio at this time. Without evidence, Tupac and members of Death Row believed Biggie had knowledge or involvement in the shooting. March 13th, 1995, a gang member is murdered at the El Rey Theater in Los Angeles. Many of the security people are off duty police officers from Long Beach PD, Compton PD, Inglewood PD, Hawthorne PD, and LAPD, all working for Right Way Securities, who handled all death row security at the time. The victim was beaten by numerous Blood Gang members, Death Row, Blank, and many police officers working for Death Row are or were Blood Gang members. Right Way, Blank, a former Compton police officer, and then something else. 1995. Where's the dog at? While on stage in front of a national audience, Blank, Death Row, makes antagonistic remarks towards Blank Bad Boy Records. I will say I appreciate this timeline that they're giving us. November 1st, 1995. 1 month after Source Awards, Blank accuses Blank for the Atlanta murder of Jason Robles. Blank was with Blank when he was fatally shot, which was the result of an argument between Death Row and Bad Boy employees. I'm just going to say redacted because it just seems I don't like saying Blank. Redacted, see September 7th, 1996 in chronology, was identified by police officer as being involved in this killing. Detective redacted, NYPD FBI task force has source who stated redacted was also involved, who is a bodyguard redacted. No worries, PMR. November 1st, 1995, same day. Well, thank you for telling me, same day. Biggie is named Rap Artist of the Year by Billboard magazine. At this time, Tupac was recovering from the 1994 shooting and was charged with rape from a separate incident. Jesus. November 5th, 1995, LAPD officer redacted is investigated for working for Death Row, a violation of LAPD policy. Late 1995, recording artist Randy Stretch Walker, believed to be of Death Row, was murdered in a drive-by shooting in Queens, New York. Oop. And it goes to the top. Wait, did it just... What the hell just happened? Did it just do what I think it just did? Okay, that was weird. Winter 1995. Shots are fired at a trailer being used to record a video by Redacted of Death Row, who at the time was making millions for Death Row. Winter 1995, Bad Boy released recording by Biggie titled Who Shot Ya? Death Row states they believe the song was in reference to the November 1994 shooting of Tupac of Death Row in Queens, New York. December 18th, 1995, following MTV Awards, Redacted was reported beaten by members of Death Row who were seeking information on the whereabouts of redacted bad boy. Redacted recalled hearing radio communication about this from police officers who were present. When he was released, LA police officers were present. 2 off duty officers were present at the death row party during the beating. It is alleged that death row security who beat Redacted were LAPD officers working off duty for death row, the same 2 officers later seen at the death row party. Man. Death row is investigated for zoning violations. Really, they put this in here. Associated with numerous crimes of violence. Oh, that's weird. Zoning violations for crimes of violence. Reports of this state there are armed security guards at this location in plain clothes and in security uniforms. These security officers are off duty police officers and retired officers, which are employed by death row. March 7th, 1996, fight breaks out between death row and bad boy employees in the VIP area at the 1996 Soul Train Awards with guns being brandished. Officers responding state Redacted was present with 15 to 20 additional gang members along with armed security guards. Also present are off-duty police officers from Hawthorne PD and a LAPD Metro officer, among other agencies. Responding officers. These off-duty officers worked for Redacted Death Row as bodyguards. LAPD is informed that the ATF was conducting an investigation of death row concerning firearm violations and that the IRS was conducting a simultaneous tax investigation. June 2nd, 1996, a meeting between LAPD and Death Row takes place to discuss dissatisfaction with armed security personnel and the use of off duty police officers. August 18th, 1996, 4 identified gang members were arrested as they left Death Row. 1 semi automatic handgun and 2 ski masks are recovered. This next one has stars marked on it. September. Oh, Tupac. What? Yeah. September 7th, 1996. Rap artist for Bad Boy was beaten at the MGM Grand Hotel in Las Vegas on the night of the Tyson Holyfield fight. Redacted Tupac and other death row members were involved in the assault, which was caught on videotape. September 7th, 1996, same night, LAPD officers were present in Las Vegas for the Tyson Holyfield fight. September 7th, 1996, same night, Tupac of Death Row was shot and killed in Las Vegas in the car driven blank or redacted as they left the MGM Grand. This occurred approximately 2 hours after the beating, redacted by Redacted, Tupac, and others. Tupac died 6 days later from the gunshots. September 9th, 1996, according to Compton PD search warrant, gang members of a gang associated with Death Row met at Looters Park in Los Angeles to discuss retaliation against Southside Crip gang members for the Tupac shooting. After this meeting, LAPD learned that Redacted, an Inglewood School police officer, was working for Death Row. Man, they had all sorts of officers working for Death Row. Like, crazy. Wonder how many total they've discovered were working for death row. I bet a lot. Okay. September 9th, 1996, according to Compton PD search warrant, gang members of a gang associated with death row. Oh wait, I read that part. Sorry. Um, after this meeting, nope, read that part. My bad. October 22nd, 1996. Redacted was incarcerated in LA County Jail for probation violation. The beating, redacted at the MGM Grand with Tupac. October 23rd, 1996. While LAPD is interviewing death row employees, the interview was disrupted by redacted a San Bernardino reserve officer working security for death row. Oh, hold on, PMR. I'll approve that. Oop. Why isn't it letting me approve that? What the hell? I'm trying to approve that message, but it's not letting me. I don't know what's going on. I'm clicking on. Now I don't see the chat at all. Am I even still live? I think I'm still live, right? Oh God, that would be terrible if I'm not even live. I gotta pull the chat out another way. Okay, I'm still live. Hey, Jendi. I just can't see the chat on my iPad. That's really weird. Don't know what's going on. Oh, there you are, Georgie. You're there. Okay, I'm getting distracted, so I'm trying to figure out this chat thing. So I'm going to keep going. Let's see. I apologize, guys. October 23rd, 1996. Nope, read that one. See, this is why I can't do this whole chat thing. November 4th, 1996. FBI Los Angeles received a call from an LAPD officer identifying himself as Officer Redacted, inquiring whether the FBI had an ongoing investigation on death row. Redacted was investigated for ties to death row in November 1995. Okay. March 9th, 1997, Biggie is shot and killed as he leaves the Peterson Automotive Museum party in Los Angeles. A dark Chevy SS Impala pulls up next to Biggie's car and shoots several times into the passenger area where Biggie is sitting. Ballistic examination of the shell casings reveal the weapon used was a 9mm and the brand of ammunition was made by Gecko. Gecko is a metal piercing round made in Europe and rarely found in the US. Shortly after the murder of Biggie, an anonymous person placed a telephone call to Redacted New York and stated that a person identified as Redacted was involved in Redacted killing. Redacted spoke with the LAPD, gave them this information, and was subsequently told by the LAPD there are over 500 redacted in the phone directory. No further follow-up was done by LAPD. Blank. I'm just going back and forth. Whatever. Did not learn there was a LAPD officer named blank. Discussed later in the write-up. Okay. until reading the June 7th, 1990 or 2001 article in Rolling Stone magazine. After the murder of Biggie, LAPD officers learned that an informant had stated blank to murder Biggie. Biggie, 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 can't you see? Yeah. Blank had a reputation of owing blank death row lots of money and allegedly got them to peddle drugs or they would not get paid. Word on the street was cocaine could be purchased for 14,000 a kilo on the West Coast and sold on the East Coast for 24,000 a kilo. Blank had a lot of East Coast rappers like Tupac working blank at death row. At one point, blank owed Tupac around $10 million. Holy shit. Back then, that's a fuck ton of money. Tupac and others began complaining about blank all the money he owed them. Eventually, most blank top artists left death row because of this, even though they feared for their lives. These artists include blank and blank among others. Yikes. Trying to see. What I'll probably do is we're on page 12 because there's so much in this. I'll probably go to page 20, looks like 22 maybe. I'm looking on the side where it looks like it'll be a good stopping point for tonight. So that way I'm not breaking up in the middle of pages. I know it's a quiet night tonight, but hopefully some of this, whether you're watching live or catching the replay, some of this is interesting to you. Witnesses to interview. All CIs have been identified. It is alleged from several sources that blank owed Tupac millions of dollars from royalties and that Tupac was soon going to be leaving death row and blow the whistle on blank and his drug activities. Oh, whoa. From many sources, blank made it look like LA Crips committed both the Tupac and Biggie murders. Allegedly, blank was involved in the killings of Tupac in Las Vegas. Blank, when Tupac was shot, CI1 blank, Tupac and what blank worked for death row, who Tupac told about this owing of millions and that he, Tupac, was going to leave and take unreleased songs worth millions with him. CI1, who is willing to talk with Ryder, believes Blank and his people were involved in the Biggie killing and made it look like a retaliation for the Tupac killing. CI1 Blank now dislikes him very much. CI can show Ryder blank while working for death row. CI2 states the Biggie killing blank LAPD officers were, Jesus, it's hard to read when there's this many redactions to it. States the Biggie killing blank officers were in a meeting blank to plan the hit on Biggie. CI3 Biggie saw a shooter who killed him, gave composite that matches exact description, including what he was wearing and the car he drove. CI4, just prior to the Biggie murder, picked out blank in a six-pack as someone who went to blank before the murder. States he was wearing a blue suit with a bow tie, white shirt, brown skin, and a receding hairline. Stated nobody at LAPD or anyone else has ever shown him a picture. A PI made a video recording of this interview. CI4 stated blank, this is exactly the same description others give of the shooter. Damn, where did those royalties go in the end? I know that for up until recently, Diddy was getting the rights and stuff on a lot of the bad boy artists. But I think it was end of last year he gave a lot of the artists back their ownership. Let's see. CI5 states in a LA sheriff document that blank killed Biggie. Lieutenant blank from Universal Substation has his name on top of this document. CI6 in February 1998 picks out blank as being someone always seen at death row functions. In May 1998, CI states he has knowledge regarding the Biggie killing and asked to speak with the assistant DA. CI is denied. CI number 7 in September 1998, blank asked to investigate blank involvement of Biggie's shooting, which is already investigating. CI7, something specifically told CI7 blank involvement. CI provided Ryder with all blank attorneys and the 10 eyewitnesses they plan to call depose in the federal civil lawsuit against the LAPD. CI stated he can arrange to have all 10 cooperate with the FBI as they will not speak with the LAPD. CI-10, a .40 caliber Glock, blank, a death row function, blank, prior to the Tupac killing. CI does not know what happened with this gun. No, a .40 caliber gun was used to kill Tupac. So CI-8 got the gun right. CI-19, blank Biggie, a dark SS Impala pulled up and shot at Biggie. The shooter was a Muslim-looking person who he could identify. CI-10, blank saw the suspect help with composite information regarding other corrupt LAPD officers. Number 1, the Kevin Gaines road rage killing. And then it says, note, 2 days, something word, is Puerto Rican and has been known to hang out there. 3, the 6 kilos of cocaine, blank, which started the whole Rampart investigation. I'm not sure which investigation they're talking about, but blank, a case in retaliation for killing Kevin Gaines, allegedly did this to make blank look bad and hopefully have him found guilty of negligence for shooting Gaines. involvement, blank involvement in death row records, CIs have numerous pictures with blank and other LAPD officers at death row functions. 5. The Biggie killing. Told the LAPD nothing on any of these 5 areas, states in an interview they were very disappointed in this, and the FBI Rampart investigation never addressed these issues either. Hey, sweets. Oh, I know notifications are messed up, but it's good to see you here. Let's see. Note blank the planting of a gun on the cover up shooting. Blank implicated 70 officers as being involved in Rampart. Only 2 were ever found guilty. They pled. 5 officers were fired. 7 resigned. Blank failed 5 different polygraphs administered by the LAPD. Jesus. The FBI never polygraphed blank. Rampart investigation. I need to write that down because should look into that. Rampart. Have you guys heard of that? Okay. So all the shootings were over drugs. Well, I don't know if it was strictly drugs. Let's see. The following is a list of persons associated with death row records and their value to solving what law enforcement officers were involved in the Biggie shooting. Death row records, main rap stars. Tupac Shakur, murdered in Las Vegas, September 1996. Head legal counsel was in charge of overseeing probation, alleged to have rented a Malibu home. Blank actually lived in the home. Blank to death row has since been suspended for conflict of interest and may have been recently fired. Allegedly was coerced by intimidation, scared for his life, and currently in hiding. Jeez Louise. Man, to know what would be underneath all these redactions, I would love to know. Yeah, whatever. Fula witness to Tupac's murder in Las Vegas, found shot to death in East Orange, New Jersey, shortly after Tupac's murder, was key witness on who was involved in Tupac's shooting. According to blank, Orange County, New Jersey PD, a 16 and 17-year-old subjects have been arrested for Fula's murder. Information on blank, LAPD officer regarding Biggie's murder. Huh. I wonder if they, like, if any of these people ever wrote anything down. See how these people end up, makes me really concerned with anybody speaking out on the Diddy stuff. The, people that are close within his inner circle or staff. I mean, clearly people disappear and accidents or shootings, things like that. Information on blank LAPD officer regarding Biggie's murder. Hey, Cosmic Crazy, good to see you. Regarding Biggie's murder, blank CI, the shooter's name of Biggie Witness of shooting IDs blank as wearing a suit and bow tie the night of Biggie's murder. Other witnesses state a light-skinned male with a suit and bow tie was walking towards a dark SS Impala where shooting occurred. Surveillance video shows night of murder a male same height and weight blank on property where shooting occurs. LAPD's sketch of shooter is a dead ringer. Blank no. In the beating blank at the MGM Grand the night Tupac was killed. Affiliated with the same religious group blank a search of blank house shows evidence linking him to Biggie murder. He had a shrine in his garage of Tupac and confessed involvement. Never been interviewed regarding blank possible involvement in Biggie shooting. Second suspect of robbery never identified could be blank has not stated who the second suspect is. Blank is registered owner of 1995 black SS Impala with chrome wheels, exact same car used to kill Biggie. Very few of these are sold in Southern California and used this 1995 black SS Impala. He also did this before and after Biggie's shooting. Never did this at any other times. Might have done this to plan both events. Now, if memory serves me correctly, Tupac had extortion threats from what was it? It was the Jewish oh my god, what was it? It was the Jewish it was oh, Jewish it was some sort it was a Jewish extremist group of some sort. I can't remember. I could pull it up, but Tupac they were trying to extort Tupac. It was a Jewish group of some kind. I can't remember offhand, but I'll have to pull up the name. But I mean, I do have that file too. Let's see, because I'm kind of wondering if that's some of the references in here. Let's see. A shrine of Tupac, though. First person to visit blank was blank party the night of Biggie murder. Where am I at? Blank used LAPD's radio. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. And knew how police would respond. Search blank, which would have been highly useful in coordinating the Biggie murder. Oh, wait, no, my bad. Search blank discovered LAPD equipment used blank, which would have been highly useful in coordinating the Biggie murder. Day after Biggie's shooting, LAPD interviewed CI who implicates blank. So I think this person had like all sorts of shit. Shots were fired in front of the building where Biggie was killed. Lots of off-duty police officers were present where the shots were fired, leaving no LAPD officers when Biggie is shot. Very professional, same as bank robbery. This allowed the Biggie killer to strike at the right time with no officers around. Anonymous caller blank was involved, an admitted Mob Piru Blood Gang member. Search warrant blank found 5 9mm handguns and numerous rounds of ammunition, some being Gecko 9mm, same round that killed Biggie and rarely found in the US. No ballistics to compare what killed Biggie and what was found. Blank has been performed. Other possible suspect blank is blank who was with blank when blank picked up his vehicle from Parker Center. He showed up blank when the search warrant was executed. Blank who is Compton Piru Blood Gang member. Blank was arrested in Redondo Beach sting operation. LAPD detective someone stole vehicles for LA detective stole vehicles for blank activities. Oh Jesus, these corrupt people. Also admitted to something parking and garage. We're all best friends. These people, I swear. Blank shot a suspect dead who was about to shoot. Blank allegedly has stated he owes his life and would do anything for him. Blank are Muslims. When blank felony probation was revoked and was sent back to prison, he immediately aligned himself with the Muslims. The following is a list of law enforcement officers who worked security for Right Way Security. The following, oh, they've redacted everything. Okay. Following is a list of Inglewood officers who were working for Biggie the night of his murder. Oh, it just dawned on me. I think one of these people would be Gene Deal. I know there's so many retractions. If they closed the file in 2005, but at the same time, if these people are still living, I can see why they would be redacted. I mean, look at all the people that have been killed. You know? And with when you think of these big gangs and you think of these cartels, if it's not the actual gang member themselves, what are they going to do? They're going to go take their the next best thing, their family member or whoever's the closest thing to them. The amount of law enforcement that's been paid off, it's crazy. The redactions are frustrating because I feel like most of the time I'm like blank, 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 blank. But at the same time, I'm learning stuff that I'm like, holy shit, like I forgot about this or I didn't know this. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. Do you remember, Pippi, do you remember where Diddy was a security? Well, he already had Bad Boy at this time, so. But I'm sure he made a lot of connections and probably got some of these people to work for him through that, you know? But I wonder what the name, where he worked at. Because like here you've got Inglewood and here you've got Right Way, but Diddy would have been East Coast though. So my guess would have been he would have been maybe had connections to Inglewood. I don't know. Oh, crime family. Biggie and his entourage had connections with the, oh gosh, here goes this Italian. I don't know how to pronounce this. Genovese crime family. Don't laugh at me, William. I can't pronounce this shit. Crime family in New York. It is possible that video and or surveillance was conducted by NYPD that might contain pictures of those involved in the Biggie murder, including blank and or other law enforcement officers, 2 investigators, blank Department of Treasury, telephone number, and detective blank case squad of NYPD. Hey, Ward, nice to see you. It's good to see you. I wanted to connect with you sometime to talk about the the blood magic stuff. Let's see. I can see now why there is a rumor that Diddy was tipped off on the right. Yeah, no kidding. And I'm sure that I mean, he's still got security who I'm sure gets tips from their security friends or police friends. I'm sure he has top of the top for security too. Let's see. Two investigators. I read that. When I highlight, it's way easier for me to keep track of where I was. Telephone number and Detective Blank, case squad of an NYPD. Oh my God, pager. Pager number stated they were investigating Biggie Blank for gun violations and possible murders that took pictures while in Los Angeles during the Biggie murder. LAPD officers worked for death row as security officers, and many of them were involved in crime. To this day, Blank has not been located or interviewed by the LAPD. Blank has refused to be questioned by LAPD regarding the Biggie Smalls murder. According to a CI, LAPD has also never matched the ammunition found Blank during the search after the bank robbery with the bullets used to kill Biggie. ATF agent Blank, an ammunition expert, stated the bullets that killed Biggie is called Gecko ammunition and manufactured in Germany, the only 2 distributors of the ammunition in the entire U.S. is Blank in Corona, California, telephone number blank, and Blank in Cluster, New Jersey, telephone number blank. It is unclear whether the 9mm Gecko ammunition has ever been compared to some of the 9mm ammunition found blank that is believed to also be Gecko ammunition. It is alleged by several CIs that blank were directly involved in the Biggie murder and that other police officers were aware and or present as well. Blank, who was convicted of possession with intent to distribute cocaine in Las Vegas, was a known death row groupie. It is also widely known amongst LAPD officer Blank were 2 of Chief Park's personal recruits into the LAPD. Once CI started linking LAPD officers with the Biggie killing, he was told to stop and not bring LAPD officers into the investigation. Let's see. I'm trying to see if this might be different. Let me see. 'Cause if this is different, hold on, guys. I'm trying to see because if this is different, we might have a good spot to leave off for tomorrow. Yeah, this looks like on page 19. This looks like a good spot to Yeah, this looks like a good spot to probably close this thing out for tonight. Well, let me see. I'm trying to just find a good spot because I hate to end in weird spots, you know? Um, Actually, I take that back. Let's just go to these weird ass things. You guys forgive me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's bear with me. DM'd you on IG? Oh, okay. I'll check it. Even in the nightclub shooting were um, when they raided his house, they found forensic evidence. It is a really gross situation. And wait a minute. What are you talking about? Are you forensic evidence? Do you know about? Are you talking about Diddy? Or are you talking about? I'm very curious. Do you want me, what you're talking about? When they raided his house, they found forensic evidence. It is a really gross situation any way you look at it. Yes, titties. Do you want me to do you want me to respond to your message and send you the link? I mean, I can share the link if you want to come up. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. I haven't heard of anything about the forensic evidence, but I'm extremely intrigued. Let me know. It's like dirty undies. Semen coated. What? Are you serious? Are you fucking with me? Do you want me to send you the link? And the VHS tapes were. No. Are you serious? Oh, is that why I didn't see it, Petty? Is it's in the approval thing? Oh, okay. I forget that's ever there in the approval thing. My my thing is my whatever that called it, you know. Or I can just drop the link. Whichever. We'll talk, promise. Okay. Yeah, no worries. I'm like, what in the hell? Like, if there's you're not fucking with me, right? You're not screwing with me. Like I can be so gullible, I swear. But if they really found that, he's fucked. Like 3 ways to Sunday and back again. And if he had, how do you know this? Or just a hint of how you know this? Because, not at all kidding. That's insane. He's so fucked. They even found no. Oh my god. That's terrible. They need to, I mean, they can't rush it, but words on point. Pippi, you even know about this? Why is everybody leaving me in the dark on this? People love to talk. Like, is this on a interview somewhere? Or where do I find where people are talking? Or is this on social media? I'll be honest, I haven't checked social media much, hardly at all. I heard some chatter, yes. Wow. I need to really catch up on my stuff. That's crazy. I'm surprised he's not just tripping balls because I would be if he's just out riding his bike as if nothing's wrong. Oh, that's so gross though. I can't even I can't even believe that. That's unbelievable. He's such a freak. He's disgusting. Hmm. Um, well, I think I will. I don't know. I Googled and can't find anything. It's really awful. Yeah, that's terrible. I didn't realize it was almost midnight on the East Coast. It's late. Um, well, actually, you know what I'll probably do since it is really late. I didn't realize it was this late. Um, I'll probably end this FBI report for tonight. I'll DM you tomorrow and give you some info. Yeah, that'll work. I need to check my. Actually, I have my post-it note right here from when I wrote a note during the stream. So I'll write a note because I gotta check Pippi's too, and I need to respond to Shyla. Um, so I just made a note for myself. So I'll probably end this here. Georgie, are you going live at all? After this stream is over, it will automatically redirect you to the stream I have scheduled already for part 2. Part 2 is scheduled for 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to try to keep it on track for that time as best as possible for tomorrow. But of course, I don't stream full time. So, unfortunately, that can change. So, real life will always come first. And I hope you understand that. But I do appreciate you guys showing up here. You know, everybody's always welcome here as long as you're respectful. Um, and I appreciate anyone and everyone. And with my new outlook on life, I encourage you to swing in and say hello. You might be surprised at the response you get. I've definitely taken a step forward in what I feel is the right direction. So, thank you guys for being here this evening, especially after my first fumble. And thank you for catching a replay. If you are catching a replay, if I can go live earlier than the scheduled time tomorrow, I will. But other than that, I will see you at the scheduled stream. It's already scheduled, but you will be teleported there as soon as I end this. And I thank you guys very much. And I hope you have a good night and a wonderful day tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, and we'll continue this journey soon. Thank you. Good night.
We go back and forth every time, waiting for one of us to cross the line. You got me, and I got you, and we got a lot to prove. They think we're too damaged to fix, but we're just working through it.